Okay, so just to give you a little insight to what I'm doing or what I've done already. Now with this hairstyle, so I actually had to do a lot of pre-cutting, just because I do tend to talk a lot and describe everything more or less in almost like very descriptive way. So I really want to make sure that you have a better understanding, and also I want to be able to complete this for you within a shorter time frame. Now, what I did was, the first thing I did was I really just established the baseline in the back, the overall length. Then I actually worked with pretty much horizontal sections, elevating it slightly higher to give it a bit more of like a fuller graduated shape in the back. But then as I proceed to the sides, I then worked with more diagonal sections going this way. Now on the opposite side, this side, what I decided to do was I slightly rounded up the perimeter here. So I want something a little bit off-centered or a little asymmetric. And then with the top here, which I'm going to be cutting, as you can see, it's got this lovely, lovely length to play with. But I'm going to be kind of like just showing, maybe I want to create a little more movement on the top. And then after I dry it, you'll see then that's when I'm going to be doing the refining and so forth. So now I just want to say, a big shout out. We got Katrina Thompson watching. She is a top educator, manager in England. So yeah, so hello there. So once again, so I've already pre-colored this myself. So I had a little more, I was going into more of a creative mindset today. But I wanted to kind of show coloring in a way that was pretty much in a way that's going to be a little more salon friendly in a way. Now on the top, what I did was I kind of took like a horseshoe section, a bit more smaller, but I kind of did it a little bit more off-centered. So it's a bit more heavier on this side going this way. Oh, sorry, I apologize. I'm looking through the thing. It's a bit more heavy over here. Now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking sections going across this way. So working with vertical, okay? Then, what I'm then going to be doing is, by taking vertical sections, I'm going to be raising this as high as possible because I want to be able to reduce the weight, okay? So by working, and I'm going to be working a triangle shape, okay? Now, the reason I want to work a triangle shape here is because I want to keep some length towards the front. I want her to have a nice swinging fringe. Now, this is something I just really want to explore. Now, what will happen is, now, since I'm taking sections this way, what I'm actually going to be doing is, I'm actually going to be slightly pivoting, but not very strong diagonal, but still a little more vertical, but with a slight little twist to it, okay? Because then what I still like to do is still have most of the weight coming off more in the top area, which is the apex, and then kind of just drifting off. Because I really want some loose, little kind of like angel-like hair movement in a way to the style. So, okay, so once again, so I'm just kind of like really making sure that, my sections are nice and tidy, nice and clean. And then working over my fingers to create the layering. And, really working with the color, okay? So the way I colored this, it was kind of like, it took me a couple of days because of my schedule and everything, so. But it really is, what I'm trying to do is trying to design more of a carefree, still a very salon type of friendly look, so. But if you guys have any questions, or let me know where you're watching from, so it's, my background is, I'm American, but I've lived in the UK for about almost over 20 years now. So, and I'm an educator, all I do is education. So you can see, like I do from online education, which we just launched our barbering program. And then I also travel for education as well. So just recently I was in Denmark. And then I was in a place called King's Lynn in England, working for a brand called Captain Fawcett. And so it's been absolutely amazing. So that's what I do. I travel that way. So Bristol, UK, yes. I still have to go there. I still haven't been yet. Now, I don't know if you could kind of see the way that color is going. Oh, it's like the way I planned it out. I think I'm really going to enjoy this here. So, but I will be showing you, I just don't know if you can see the color. So, the products now, Katrina, because Katrina had asked a question, what products did I use? Now, I used a brand called FOR, and it's FFOR. And it's a new range from Scotland. It's actually made in Scotland. They have color, care products, styling products, and it's all sustainable. So meaning, like, especially from the packaging, it's all vegan as well. And yeah, so I've been playing around with that. So, oh, we got from Delaware. Oh, Delaware, yes. I will be going to the United States because my mom lives in South Carolina with my sisters. So I will be going to the United States. So I do have a couple places where I'll be doing education as well. So yeah, so I want to get my mom a nice gift. So I got to be working. So we got Miami. Yes, brilliant. I haven't been to Miami in such a long time. But yeah, no, it's absolutely brilliant. I mean, I'm missing the United States. I think, oh yeah, the color is absolutely brilliant. Just wait until you actually can really see it. I mean, I can't wait to show you up close. So we got Amsterdam as well. Oh, I need to lower my camera. Oh, thank you. Hopefully that's okay. Thank you so much. I'm kind of like, like when a granddad has like an iPhone and, they're like trying to figure it out. That's me. I do apologize. Hopefully that's better there. I do, just let me know if that's okay for you guys. Because the thing is, guys, I really want to make sure that one, it's like you can see what I'm doing. You can hear what I'm doing okay. So, but also as well, please let me know if there's anything particular you would like to see because I do quite a bit of live video tutorials for hair brains. I've been doing it for probably about 5 years now, but I've been doing a lot more, like a couple times a month. So please, if there's anything particular you would like to see. So we also got Finland. Yes. And the thing is, it's like what I'm really trying to create here is something that is like still very salon friendly, something that you can take, from this and play around, Now, the reason why I want to experiment with hair color is because in different type of placement is because that's something the client can't do themselves at home, okay? So, and it's really trying to work with the color works with the haircut. And that's what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to develop a way that you can support, like your client will then, in a way, kind of really wants to be able to work with, keep you as a hairdresser. Because that is one of the most things that's really, really important, is that trying to develop that relationship with your clients so then they keep on coming back to you. Because they are the most important person inside the hair salon or barbershop is the returning client, okay? Those are the ones that pay the bills. But at the same time, now as hairdressers, because we are creative individuals, so we need to be able to kind of push forward here, all right? So maybe trying different techniques, different type of looks, and and with this, even though I picked quite little different colors, different type of tones, but you can adapt it with more natural tones. So it's just really, on how you work with your individual clients. So, I mean, right here, I got violet tones, I got platinum, I got lilac rose in there as well. I also got charcoal, and also I got a very light pastel pink. Now, with that placement, I really want to kind of break into it and like kind of give that illusion. You see the illusion of movement there and everything. So, and that's hence why I'm working with triangle layering on the top. Now that will be disconnected. Now, the reason why I want that disconnected, because I want to give the illusion of like movement throughout the hair. And I really want to kind of like almost elongate the front panel. So then they can actually have, like, they could style it maybe tucked behind the ear, and something that's just like a little more fun, you know, a little more playful. And now like some of you might think, oh, this is maybe too severe for my clients. Now, once again, you can adapt this, you can change this up to kind of meet your client's requirements. So if they want something maybe just a wee bit softer, or if they want something a little more looser, you know, or so forth, or changing the tones of color. All right, because all I'm doing is I'm pretty much primarily doing a lot of classic technique. Okay, so for example, with the haircut, even though I have a wee bit part of disconnection, I'm still working a triangle shape with layering. Now the rest, of course, working a one length line, then going into graduation. So really you can adapt this, you know, and that's the thing about hair cutting. You know, have fun with your clientele, you know, and then the only thing is, it's just like, they will only change if you help with the change, okay? And maybe suggest different ideas. Because I think that's one of the things, I mean, unless you are like me, who have a shaved head and bald, whatever, I can't pretty much change too much. I could change my facial hair, but even still, I'm still a little limited on that. So by communicating with your clients and seeing like, okay, what can I do, you know, to keep my clients interested, to get them excited. Now, as we see here, it's got so much shine. It's great, isn't it? Now, and right here, you can actually, if you want, you can actually connect that little bit here. Now, you have a choice. You don't necessarily need to do that. You can connect it right now. I'm just using the very tip of my scissors for more of like almost like a very freehand connection. You can actually use your hair cutting razor. So the choice is yours. All right, and that's the beautiful thing. When we start thinking that we're limited in hair cutting or hair coloring or choices, that's when we need, in order to grow, we need to be more open-minded, okay? What I mean is, it's like, remember, I'm not here to tell you what to do. It's what I'm just sharing you with like different ways maybe approaching it. So, yeah. But, yeah, so I think, yeah, this is going to be brilliant. So, yeah, just having that. So you got the freedom of, oh wow, yeah, I'm really happy with that color. And like I said, you can actually connect it. So nice little cheeky little, like, strong shape. Yeah, I did, sorry. Yeah, so, yes, so my background is, yeah, so I worked for Vidal, like, I've been in the hair industry for 34 years. And, I trained, I started off as a barber at the age of 14 and like a shop assistant. And then what happened was I went, did my barbering traditional. So that's why I love wet shaving, pompadours, everything, my barbering. But at the same time, I went into working at Vidal Sassoon, where I went through their education program. At the same time, I then, became a hairstylist, and then moved up to their academies, where I became a member of the creative team. So yeah, so I worked for them for 17 years, where I was trained in, I did teaching in Santa Monica, at their academy there, and then also at the Advanced Academy in London, and working at the other schools. So, hence why I'm in the UK. But I absolutely love it. Like, so yeah, so I will adapt certain things, but the thing is, we never stop learning. All right, so I'll take things from different areas throughout the 30 plus years and, and start developing yourself. So, okay, so right now, what I'm actually going to do now, okay, so I'm actually going to now proceed. I'm going to be blow drying this, but because this is color treated and also it's, hair, I want to kind of work with some products just to, one, protect it, and I'm not going to be like too sticky because I still have to do some more hair cutting still, okay, so. But definitely, guys, so please, if you want to see more of my work, also, you can also go, if you will see the link in with this post here. You can also sign up to my mailing list, and when we're launching new online courses, and also when I'm going to be in the United States for teaching and so forth. So, yeah, you can check us out on Sid Sultan Academy on Instagram, and please, if you have any questions about what I'm doing or what products, please just ask. Now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to add just a wee bit more water here, or actually leave-in conditioner spray. Then I'm going to be applying. Now, this is the brand 4, okay? And what this is like a bonding serum. So, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be applying it first. And then you'll see that I'm going to be blow drying it. Very similar to the way at Sassoon, a bit more of a wrap drying technique. And then I might just touch it up with a bit of the irons. And then you see that I'm going to be really going into my hair cutting again, just to really perfect it, And really, I'm going to just, a lot more of I need to work with the color and also the freedom and also my own personalization. So yeah, so I'll quickly put a technique in there, then I'll dry, and then that's when I really refine some. Okay, but then you can really see the color, which I'm so excited about. Now, another thing is, so I put the serum in, and this goes for any product range. Now, what I like to do is, I like to put either so I'll put a serum or a cream first, then I'll put the liquid product over it, okay? Now, the reason why is because then I can comb it out, and then it really helps distribute the cream-based or the serum-based product evenly throughout the hair. But yeah, so it's like me personally, I'm also a vegan as well, or I try to live a healthier lifestyle. I don't push it upon anyone. It's just that, so for me, having sustainable products, and also I live in Scotland, I live in Edinburgh, and for me to be able to work with a British brand, I mean, to be honest with you, all the brands I work with are British. So it's just that, it's not that I don't like American or any other countries, it's just that with the sustainability and also the transportation, and also just support your local, Okay, so now, once again, I'm going to be using like a flat brush to blow dry this. Now, the reason why, I'm not going to go into using like a round brush just yet or anything. Now, when I use a round brush for this type of style, I'll use it really just to smooth out the hair. But with this, I really want to take a lot of the water out first. And also, I want to just kind of, you'll see the way I'm going to do the wrap drawing, just to help give it movement and everything. So. But yeah, so if you have any questions, you can see that color, and you'll see the way I'm going to be working with it. But yeah, no, I think it's pretty cool. So let's just try and get a little closer. I do apologize. My partner in crime, Jennifer, my favorite camera lady, she's not with me today. She's at work, so I have to film this myself. So I really just want to kind of just show you something that I've been playing around with. I'm not saying it's going to necessarily be perfect, but it's just, I want to share with you that sometimes with the creative journey or the creative thought process, if this doesn't work, okay, okay, maybe I might look like, like an idiot or anything, but you know what? At least I tried, and I think that's what we need to do. And I'm trying it on a mannequin. I'll try it on a client or a model. Especially, I mostly work on models now. I'll go around the street. Yes, Katrina. I'll post. I'm going to post it on the link and everything. So. Here we go. I mean, the one thing is, I think what happens is, it's like there's no such thing as like a bad color brand, or it's just like, there's all good color brands out there. It's like on how you use it, and also how it fits your brand. How do they support other hairdressers, barbers, and everything. So I think that's the key thing for me. And also, like with the Scottish brands, because I live in Scotland, it's something that I can, I'm supporting, so support your local brand. But thank you very much, Katrina. So once again, I'm just pushing this back and forth. And one of the things about this is, what I'm trying to do is, like you can see, this is an option I can give to the clients that they could wear whatever way they want to. Okay, so that's the thing is, so by showing your clients different ways about how to approach it, how to watch it, how to style it, that's the key thing. So, and that's one, don't be, that's the best way I could say it, don't, just throw some ideas at them, and throw that in the consultation. Now, the one thing during the consultation, I might say to, like you could say to your client, all right, hey, Diane, oh, it's so great to see you. I thought of a great idea. I've been thinking about you the whole week. Let me show you this idea. I think it's going to be perfect for you. And if you say that right in the beginning, you get the client excited, So, even though it might be like, oh, yeah, shave one side, whatever, but whatever you feel is going to be suitable for that client. All right, and get them excited about getting their hair done. Not be like, oh, hi, Dan, are we just doing the same? Yeah, fine, just have a seat at the shampoo bowl. Get excited, because the thing is, we need to help change our clients, all right? They need our help, because we're the professionals. So, as you can see, I'm just moving this around, but, you can see the little cheeky color I did, and I'm quite pleased about it, I can't wait till I really see it completely dry, and, yeah, so I think it's just nice, just by adding little certain pieces of like a different tones that maybe you don't normally do. What happens is like you make an interesting color placement for your clients, but in such a positive way. That meaning, they can't necessarily go home and do it themselves. All right, and that's the thing is, it's about trying to create different looks, professional looks for your clients. And, same thing, we need to start moving away from, the very, kind of like the freehand techniques. I think it's time to move on. It's been going on for way too long. But one of the tricky things is the only people that can change that are the hairdressers. But the problem is a lot of hairdressers, that's all they specialize in. So they are scared if they change it, they might lose out on a lot of work. So, yeah. So it's just something that's like a catch-22. So, but by communicating with your clients and, get them excited about hair again. Let's be excited. Okay, so now, once again, I'm going to go on the other side here. Once again, I will be going, for anyone joining us, I will be talking about, I'm going to recap everything that what I've done so far, and then you'll see. So, and then afterwards, I'm going to talk about more about the color, about what I've used. So I'm going to just be a little bit more powerful here. I don't want to take too long drying it. I'm sure you'd rather see cutting than drying. So I think you can see that charcoal color I put in. And once I kind of work with the straighteners and just you'll see when I fine tune the cut, you're going to see the color pop out more. Okay? I mean, I remember I went to a demonstration and unfortunately the young educator didn't know how to work with the color. And what happened was kind of this color was amazing, the color was good. But the problem was the educator didn't know how to work with the color. And that's the key thing. Now, throughout the last so many years, because of the freehand coloring techniques, that coloring technique works great off of either one length or long layers and long hair. Okay? So what happened is then a lot of hairdressers kind of lost, their cutting techniques. And, that's why it's just let's start changing up. Let's have fun with hair again. Let's make the changes. And as professionals, we can do that ourselves. Yeah, just have a bit of fun. But you'll see, I'm going to really loosen that up there. But it's lovely. It's nice hair to work with on the mannequin. Yeah, it's easier for me when I'm filming this myself to work with a mannequin. Okay, so now what I'm next going to do, now I'm just going to quickly run the irons through it, and then you're going to see, like, I'm not going to spend a lot of time. Now, I was told at a very early age, whenever you're using heated appliances, always use protection. Yeah. So in this case, before I iron the hair, I'm actually going to be using the this is the brand, for Shine Spray. Now, the reason why is I like to either use that or like a serum, is because I want the irons to glide, and I'm smashing that shine into the hair. So it's a little trick. So, I mean, don't soak it too much. Okay, but just enough just to really kind of let, working with the irons. Yeah, cool. Now, like I said, I don't want to go too crazy, so I'm just going to be using just to smooth out the ends. Just because, like, I really just want to kind of give the illusion that, like, so when I'm going back and cutting it, I really just want to kind of, like, be able to, just so it's smooth enough, so when I get down to the ends, I actually just turn with my wrist. I do a little whoop, and that will just give, like, a light bevel to the hair. So you can kind of see. Now, I'm not using the irons and going like that, because it's going to leave like a line or a dent in the hair, and it's kind of like a bugger to get out too, especially if the hair is quite dry. I think it's going to be quite cool. So please, once again, if you have any questions, if you're enjoying this tutorial, please, if you can, save it and share it. That would be absolutely brilliant. If you want to know more information about, other things that I do, because I do barbering, wet shaving, beard designing, hair coloring, ladies cutting, whatever. So you can actually see there's a link in the post here, and you can actually see, and you can sign up to our waiting list for the exposure of new courses that we're doing and everything. So yeah. You can also see us on Instagram, which is Sid Saltung Academy. Yeah. Yeah, I never knew what to call my when I had to think of a name for my brand, I couldn't think of anything. So, so I just said my name, because I was like, who the hell is going to copy that name? So don't worry, it's not an ego thing. I mean, but it's, yeah, but honestly, I absolutely love what I do. I love how I'm a full-time teacher, educator. And so, yeah, I actually love, helping others, So, do I have any courses currently running, please? So, at the moment, so I just got back from Denmark, and I literally just got back from King's Lynn in England. So for February, I'm doing a lot of, I'm doing on the weekends, I'm doing a barbering foundation, which is a Sunday and a Monday. And then, so that's like for the full month of February. Then I'm also going to be doing live video tutorials and also content videoing, everything. So I will be keeping busy. And then in March, I go to Poland for a big barber show, and then as the beginning of March, and then in the middle, I go to Florence, Italy for seminars I'm teaching, and then I go to Athens, Greece at the end of March. And then also we're going to have some shows and seminars up in Scotland as well. So, but it's absolutely, I'm very excited, And then what I want to start is something like, I want to give young talent a chance to show their skills on stage, and it's like to give them a chance to be like, 10, 15 minutes to go on a stage. It's quite exciting. So I'm going to start a new opportunity, and like not like a charging them, or it's more of like an opportunity for young hairdressers and barbers to get a chance to go on stage for the first time, and for like 10 minutes, show their skills and have a bit of fun, because I think the thing is, as I realize, it's about supporting the younger generation, and yeah, I absolutely, absolutely love it, you know. Cool. So we're coming along here, and yeah. So we just do the other side. Ah. But I don't think, how's the color looking? Can you see the color there? Please give me a heads up there. And also, once again, let me know where you're watching from. I'll give you a big shout out as well, because I don't want to be, it gets a little lonely here. So yeah, let us know where you are watching from. Yeah, but I'm really kind of like, you can kind of see with the charcoal and everything, you're going to see what I do with the refining of the haircut. So I'm almost done with the ironing, and then I will be going back into the cutting. Saratoga, New York, yes. Oh, yes. So I'm actually originally from New York, but I've lived in the UK for like over 20 years. So we got Boston as well. South Africa, wow, brilliant. Well, hello everyone. So Boston, Massachusetts, yes. Yes, I'm getting homesick for America now. But once again, so I will be coming to America for courses and everything for education. My mom and my sister live in South Carolina, so I'm going to be, of course, going down to visit. But I will be going out to California for the Federico Academy. We just got to sort out some dates. So yes, so if you want some education, I will be in America later this year. And we also got, oh, Cumbria, yes. Okay, so there we go. So you can get like, I'm going to play around with the refining of everything, and you're going to see yeah, it's going to have a bit of fun now. Now, sometimes what I like to do, just like I might, because of the hair, especially on like pre-lightened hair, what I'll do is I'll take a little bit of like a light spray of like hairspray, and I just do a very light mist. Now, the reason why is because usually on pre-lightened hair, I don't want to make it too staticky, okay? So by using a non-aerosol hairspray, I do like a whoop, just a little bit. Don't go crazy, that will help you. Love the color, love the sophistication. Oh, thank you. It's I'm actually quite pleased. I was doing it. I did some yesterday, and I did finish it up today to get it ready for tonight, or it's tonight for me. Now, if you see, so what I'm doing is, I just want to tighten this, and then now I'm going to do the refining. Okay, now at this point here, you're going to start seeing me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start slowly, I'm going to raise my elevation up now. The reason why is because, remember, go back to your classic, your pure, theory, is that the higher you elevate the hair, the more weight you're going to be taking off. So now I want more of an internal movement to it. I still want kind of like a stronger out, like a perimeter. So when I do the internal area, I will like it to be a little bit more like movable. So now in this case here, I will going to be standing over her. Now, what will happen is by myself raising it straight up, so I'm just taking there's like a few little bits that I'm just going to remove. Straight up. Then I'm using it's like a 5-inch blade, so I'm just going to use my full blade, making sure it goes in vertical, because by going in vertical, I'm just going to remove weight off only. And then what you can do is, when you're doing that with the point cutting, I don't know if you noticed, I was actually moving my fingers when I was doing the point cutting. So it was getting less and less towards the ends. Same thing, working here. Any little bits from the disconnection, I'm just going to remove. So I want the internal area to be quite loose, but having a strength in the perimeter. But the reason why is because I want this haircut, I want it to be easy for them to wear, and also want the hair to move, and to also show off those little bit of, individual colors. I'm really into like individual colors, like even strands of different colors instead, like almost like highlights, but more like slices in certain key areas, and with like kind of like multiple different tones. So just to give kind of like the illusion of like, I don't know, something that's like artwork in a way. So now same thing here. Once again, so by standing over, the reason why I'm standing over the client is because like it will help drop out the perimeter. Always on point. What scissors do you use? Okay. Thank you very much, Katrina. The scissors I use is a brand. The ones I'm using now is a brand called Wings. And these ones here, I mean, they're Japanese, and I absolutely love them. They're brilliant. Especially if you want something like, I mean, these, I tend to use more my precision work because they're a 5-inch. But they, you know, I tend to, when I'm doing my barbering, I'll go into like 6.5, 7-inch. So there's all different sizes I use. So thank you very much, Katrina, for the lovely question. Cool. So like I said, I'm still raising this straight up. Once again, guys, please tell us where you are, where you're located. I'll give you a big shout out, you know, because I like to learn, like, you know, where everyone's from watching. Because once again, we're all like, if you're a hairdresser, you know, you're a barber, you're a student. Once again, you know, every expert, whatever, started off as a beginner. All right. So we always need to learn. You know, I need to learn all the time because otherwise I just feel like I'm getting to that. I'm getting old now. So I need to keep on push myself to learn. So let's go. Now I'm going to continue. Let's see. Yeah, you can kind of see that movement now. Now, once again, so I'm going to go this way. So you're going to start maybe seeing a little bit. Yeah, you can see a little bit of that disconnection there. I'm going to go right next to it. Watching from Lithuania. Yay! Yeah, I will be going there. I'm doing in April, I'm doing a European tour. So I'm going to Serbia. I'm going to Bucharest. And then also, let's see, where else? There's more places I'm going. So here we go. So once again, I just want to kind of just like, the reason why I'm dropping that out is because if you, I don't know if you can see in the recession area, that was part of the perimeter. Okay, let me just get a little bit closer. So that's right there. I dropped that out just to help keep that perimeter strong. Then I'm going to go back in. If you notice, I'm also using the wide end of my cutting comb when I'm working on dry hair. If I use the fine side, it's going to create too much static. Now, working with the color, you can see there's a bit of charcoal here. I'm going to jump over it. Yeah. I'm quite liking that. It's like, I'm really digging that color there. So, once again, so can the client create this themselves at home? No. I don't think so. I hope not. Yeah, but you can see it's still like nice, like softer effect. Once again, like you can use like a variety of different type of shades. The choice is yours. Okay, meaning like when you work with the client's skin tone, eye color. Okay, and that's why one of the things that like I kind of like got a little like, you know, I find one of the pet peeves in the hairdressing industry is that when you look on everyone's Instagrams, you know, it's like all you see is the back of the heads of the clients, and it like makes you think like, if you didn't know, like, are your clients ugly? You know, so we need to start seeing the faces and, you know, the tones to see how the haircut goes with the tone. And then I know like when I was in Denmark. They were saying that that you have to ask permission from the client and so forth. I mean, yeah, of course, you know. But I think the thing is, it's just like, you know, with hair color, it should work off the cut, and yeah. So, sorry, how old is old? I'm old. I feel old right now. It's just because I have a birthday coming up, so that's why. So I think it's more of my insecurity, that's why. Okay, so going up here. Now, if you see, I want to have a bit more looser texture up here, or like internal movement. That's why making sure that, once again, I'm dropping this here to maintain strength in the perimeter. And then by bringing this up here, now I'm going to work with the internal area. Okay. But you've all been very lovely, especially you've been very kind for me because I've been having to film this myself, so thank you. Now let's see what happens when we turn it the other way. Yeah, let's see what happens. Hopefully it will work. Okay, move it this way. I quite like this side. I'm quite into it. I think we like, when people have like, good sides about them, but have you ever, like, when you're cutting hair, like you do one side and then you're thinking, oh, that looks brilliant. And then you're like, crap, I got to do the other side. I'm always like that because I'm like, oh, I just want to do the one side. Well, it's not my birthday yet. It will be February 26th. And of course, I'm teaching that day. Yeah. I'm not a big person about celebrating my birthday. So yes, so I am a Pisces, I'm crazy. Okay, so what I'm doing is, especially where you can see where that longer bit of the disconnection is, what I'm doing is I'm just raising this up, making sure I'm dropping out the perimeter. Then I'm going to go back in internally, and then I'm going to be softening it. Okay. Now, if you see, I'm really raising it up quite high. Now, the reason why is go back into the theory. The higher we elevate the hair in a haircut, that could be from barbering, ladies, whatever, the more weight you're going to take off in the haircut. Okay. If I keep, for example, if I keep that hair down, that's going to be very heavy. So remember, think, even though you're doing creativity or, different type, or even if you're doing a classic haircut, remember your theory. The higher we elevate a haircut, the more weight we're going to be removing. Okay. Okay, here we go. We're just getting to the finishing part. And I just want to just take a look and see how that's falling. Now, once again, so now you're going to see, I'm going to raise this on up a little bit higher, just so I can check the perimeter. Now what you can do, like I said, going back into using a non-aerosol spray. So sometimes when we're doing perimeters, a little trick you can do at the very end is just use a little bit of hairspray just to control it. Okay. I also do that for when I do barbering, when I do my shape-ups, or if I'm doing an afro, I'll definitely put a little bit of hairspray over it, just to help keep the hair, like when I'm cutting, like, together. So, it's a little trick, Oh, wait a minute, I need the hairspray. But yeah, so I will be recapping this when I'm just about to be done, just in a few minutes, and then... now, because I'm doing the perimeter on dry hair, now one of the things that I would like to do is, okay, so you might see me put my index finger here, and then put my other finger here. And then what I'm doing is, instead of cutting like straight across with my scissors, because what happens is now at a point, it's going to keep on pushing the hair. So I'm just actually going to use the very tip of it, and very slowly just be able to trim that up or refine that perimeter with just the very tip of my scissors. Okay, and you could do that like with fringes or bangs. And there's like if you see any little bits and little spiky bits, you could do that too. I think it's quite nice You can see it with the color. I think it's really working with the color, you know, and the haircut and the color is within harmony. And that's one of the key things, especially, I think, you know, having it a little more fun for your clients. And, but yeah, so you could definitely see more pictures. I'm going to be taking pictures of this and the color so you can really see what it looks like. And I'm going to be posting them on our Instagram page, which is Sid Saltong Academy. So, cool. Okay, so now all I'm going to be doing is just going to be taking some hairspray, and then what I'm then going to be doing is just going to be just brushing it with more of like a smoothing brush. Now if you see, this one is slightly a little bit more curved, and also it's quite nice. You have like these little on the sides, you know, so it's quite nice with when you're using a smoothing brush for that. So it just helps. Now a couple of things you could do. You could, of course, you could spray the brush, or I'm just going to be just spraying on top. So, but if you do spray the brush, once again, with non-aerosol sprays, they usually have anywhere from 10 to 30 seconds before they dry on the hair. So that's why I quite like using non-aerosol sprays, because, like, you know, one, they're a little bit better for the environment, but at the same time, I can still kind of like move the hair around. So, yeah. Yeah. And then, of course, we always have to put just like a little cheeky little spray shine. There we go. I hope you guys enjoy this. The brush is lovely and follows the curvature of the head. Where can I get that, please? Yeah, so the brush, sorry, what's it called? I got my glasses on. Oh, it's called Primp, P-R-I-M-P, and it is from Japan, but you can, you know, check out Hairbrain Pro. They might have it there. But yeah, it is really cool. It's really good for like editorial. That's what it's like more designed for. So, but it's really nice though. It's got like, I don't know if you can see the little, for like, just say if you want to just do like the little edges here. So yeah, so it's really cool. But if you, if there's any problems, like you can't find it, just let me know. I'll try and help you, get it. So, it also depends on where you're located too. So, but if you check out Hairbrain Pro, you know, or maybe if you message them, they might be able to get the brush for you as well. Okay, so now I'm just going to use just like a wee bit of spray shine. Now that's, like I said, this is like that brand called 4, which is absolutely brilliant. So it's vegan, it's sustainable, and plus it's made in Scotland. So yeah. So that's my finished result, guys. I really hope you guys enjoy it. You know, I'm sorry, like I had to film this myself, but you know, honestly though, you guys have been absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for your support. But what I like about this is it's like just trying to like, it's, now what we have to realize, it's just like a lot of it, it's all classic technique. All right. So I first worked the perimeter, then I worked with horizontal diagonal sections for the graduation. And then what happened was I transformed them into diagonal sections on the sides. So going this way, but at the same time, I had kind of like a little offset horseshoe section on top for the disconnection. Then what happened then, so then I refined everything. And then on the top, I worked with triangle layering. So going from shorter to longer. So now this was pre-colored, but that's why like I had to spend 2 days doing it with my schedule. So the mannequin came out blonde originally, but what I did was I first was playing around with sections of different type of toners, so such as platinum, And then I also used the violet toner, which is more like a pigment violet instead of like, you know, trying to cool anything off. Then after that, so then I played around with using charcoal slices so that you could probably see the darkness. Then I also used for also make a conditioning mask, which has like strengthening bonds in it, but it was for very an ice color. So I interweave that. Plus I had lilac rose, which was absolutely amazing. And then what else I did? Then I did a little pinch of like a pastel pink as well. So let me just see if I can get this a little bit closer for you guys.